Crispin, home is where the knowing of one's own wholeness is, right? So doesn't every healing process have to start with this knowing, no matter how a problem shows up? Yes, yes. When we are talking about healing, you can look at it one of two ways. The one way is something's broken and has to be fixed, right? You can even get that more esoterically with EFT, where it doesn't say it's broken on the physical level, but it's an energetic distortion and a disruption, right? That is leading to what shows up as some kind of a malady, be it physical, emotional, or psychological. That premise I found, and that was kind of the basis of the revelation that led to inner reconciliation, was that it started, and thank goodness for non-duality prior to that, because I wouldn't have gotten it otherwise, that it started from a premise that there was someone broken that needed to be fixed. And as I more deeply perceived the true nature of being, I realized that there was nobody there needing to be fixed. And that it was all the projection of the mind and its fears and its desires and all these other things that gave rise to the appearance of these things in our everyday experience. So for me, I start there. Now, again, I always point out I'm not a doctor, and I don't tell anybody you shouldn't do anything else, just that this is always a component. And the long-term solution to all our problems is self-realization. If you know who you are, you find you have never been broken. Then the things that come up, my body gets sick, fine, right? It doesn't touch me. Nothing touches you. It never actually has. It's only touched the false sense you have of yourself, right? It is only the false self-image that is affected by what happens in the world, not you. You are always the enlightened witness, just sitting and watching it, completely uninvolved, completely free of any preference or vested interest. You are always that. So no matter how a problem shows up, right? I guess what I should do is say there's a bridge between these points of view, right? Because the point of view I just gave you was the absolute, right? There's never been anybody sick or ill of any kind, emotional, physical, or psychological. The conditions have come and gone. Nothing more. They have never actually touched you. But now that's the absolute. And for most, that's a big stretch. On the other side, you have something's broken, I've got to be fixed. There's a bridge in between. That bridge is what I've called inner reconciliation. I'm reconciling these apparently irreconcilable opposites through simple compassion and love. The reality that that you are not and never have been ill, right, is demonstrable only to the degree that your sense of self has become liberated from identification with the body. Now, that process can be a process. It can take time. And so in the meantime, just in the spirit of love, you speak at a level somebody can understand and address them at that level, and then do everything you can to bring them up or at least alleviate suffering. That's why I have adopted EFT, because it functions in that capacity. I can work with somebody knowing full well that that all of it is illusory, without having to tell them that, without having because you don't have to understand it. Nobody has to understand, just you, right? And so they'll have faith in this tapping, or they'll have faith in a meditation, they'll have faith in a mantra, not realizing, as Christ said, go thy way, thy faith has made thee whole. The faith, the conviction, the investment of love, the trust is what has made whole. And it takes us a while for us to divorce our trust of external processes and people and things, and realize that the only thing we can trust is our true being. That's what's been doing it the whole time. It's never been anything else. And so this is a different perspective when a problem shows up. And I can't give any kind of formula for it. This is why I teach people how to coach and facilitate, because I can't give you a formula for it, because every single instance is different. Every single person is a different level of consciousness, and this is the skillful means of which Buddha spoke, to speak at a level that somebody can understand, touch their hearts with unconditional love, create the place of inner safety that it will respond to energetically. That's what you do for yourself first, because we have to learn how to do it, and then for others, which actually you don't have to try. Once you do it here, it automatically happens there. The bodhisattva emerges. You couldn't stop him if you wanted to. So beautiful. Thank you, Crispin. Hopefully I elucidated that.